Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel once again. I'm Tony, and today I'm going to be doing my impressions on the Perdomo Legacy Ecuadorian Connecticut in Epicure. Now for the specs, we have Ecuadorian Connecticut shade for the wrapper. We have fillers and binder from Nicaragua. We have 6 inches in length and grain gauge is 54. So you already know the drill. I'm going to light this up, give you my impressions on each third, and yep a little bit along the way. Good draw. Now, if you have seen any of my previous cigar-related videos, you already know I don't like to talk too much on the first 5 to 10 minutes because I like to give some time to the cigar to wake up. But I do have to say that I'm expecting mild to medium flavor and also in strength. This should be the second video of the Perdomo Legacy trilogy. Previously, I smoked the Nicaraguan Shade Grown, and this is a fairly recent launch. So of course, this is my first time having this blend. So I'll start smoking this and I'll let you know my impressions regarding the first third. Alright, so I'm done basically with the first third. And I want to start off by saying that flavor and strength are medium. Solid medium. We have fairly good smoke output. And what I'm picking up here, this is a Connecticut Shade cigar. So of course I was expecting this delicious cedar note, which of course we have here as the main player, at least in this first third. Along with the cedar, we have a very subtle white pepper quality. It's not gonna sting your nostrils, don't worry about that. And we also have a slight undertone of dry earth. And that's it. So far, very straightforward cigar. Now, pairings that I would suggest is with. Remember, black coffee or an espresso are 2 options that you can never go wrong with. Now, for booze, I would definitely go with some rum. You already know, naturally sweet liquor without any additives. Well, in most cases. Also, I wouldn't have any issues pairing this with some delicious Buffalo Trace. I know I'm repeating what I said in the previous Perdomo Legacy video. Blended Scotch, I would go with some Chivas 18 years. And for single malt, I would go with some Macallan 12. So I'm gonna keep smoking this and I'll let you know my impressions regarding the second third. Alright, so before we go any further, I'm gonna proceed with the traditional band removal. Hopefully this one will be satisfying. I'm gonna put it close to the mic. Oh, yes. Pretty satisfying. Here we have this beautiful and giant band. And now onto the second third. Alright, so I'm basically done with the second third. Did something change? Not really. All the previous tasting notes that I told you, still there. The cedar, the white pepper, and also the undertone of dry earth. The only change that I've noticed so far is that we have a slight vanilla cream sweetness, but also as an undertone. Other than that, no major changes in this second third. Flavor and strength are still medium. And we still have a fairly good smoke output. Still a very straightforward cigar. This is an Ecuadorian Connecticut shade after all, but no complaints whatsoever. So I'm gonna keep smoking this and I'll let you know my impressions regarding the last third. Alright, so I'm basically done with the last third. Did something change? No. Flavor is still medium, strength is now maybe a medium plus, depending on how sensitive you are. But all the tasting notes that I've told you so far, still there. The cedar, the white pepper quality that ramped up a little bit, but nothing that's gonna sting your nostrils, don't worry about that. The vanilla cream sweetness still there as an undertone, along with the dry earth. So basically the 2 main players, cedar and white pepper. But as undertones, we have the white pepper, but also starting from the second third, the vanilla cream sweetness. That's it as far as the tasting notes go. And we still have a fairly good smoke output. So of course this was a very different cigar when we compare it to the Nicaraguan Shade Grown. Way milder, way smoother, and of course a lot more creamy. But overall, even though this is a Connecticut Shade, well, Ecuadorian Connecticut Shade cigar, it had some bite to it thanks to the white pepper. I just have the Maduro left. Hopefully you will be watching that by tomorrow. But overall, I really enjoyed this cigar. Construction, pretty solid. Now we're talking about Perdomo construction. I didn't have to touch up the cigar nor relight it. And the burn line was fairly decent. Pretty much like this throughout the whole smoke. Of course, you can smoke whatever you want, whenever you want. But this would do a great morning cigar. Now I'm gonna smoke this to the knob. And that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, I really hope you found this video useful. So, thank you so much. Tack så mycket. Merci beaucoup. Muito obrigado. Dankeschön. Muchas gracias. Spasiba. Kietos. Grazie mille. Arigatou gozaimasu. See you in the next video.